Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm Lee, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time today to join me in this little adventure. What we're going to be doing with our time together today is turning our attention back to what I have dubbed the world's most powerful sawtooth. We're going to see if we can perhaps make it just a little bit more powerful. And I'm really excited about this. I've just taken delivery today on this piece of equipment. This, my friends, is an ATI Radeon 9800 AGP graphics card with 256 megabytes of video RAM, which makes it, to my understanding, and I could be wrong, but to my understanding, this is the most powerful graphics card that can go into a Power Mac G4. It is powered, and the seller very kindly includes a Molex splitter. And what I really like about it, it's got one extra long end to make sure that it will in fact reach to the card, which has to be in that AGP slot. Well, we have VGA, DVI, and S-Video. I don't think I have a monitor with an S-Video connection, but there it is in case I ever run across one. I'm excited about this, as I said. I'm very curious to see how much of an improvement we're going to get with this. If you're curious about that as well, please stay tuned. Okay, let's pop it open. You know, I'm not really gonna miss having this super long graphics card in here. It just barely fits in with the airport cage there. I mean, I suppose I could take that off, but no point in putting airport in there. Okay. And this nice NVIDIA GeForce 4 will be repurposed. Now, seeing as how I already have Molex splitters inside my Molex splitters on this machine, we can save that nice extra long one that the seller included for another time. Okay, that's in. And that's in. Screw here. Try that again. Okay, now that's about as straightforward and easy an upgrade as I think you're ever going to see. Now let's connect it up and boot it up. Stay tuned. Well, let's start it up. Nice solid chime. Hopefully we're going to get video. There's the light in the display, and we have video. Should boot up into Leopard. Okay. And here we go. Life is good. All right. I'm going to about this Mac are 1.5 gigahertz PowerPC G4 and the 2 gig of RAM, of course, but System Profiler ATI Radeon 9800 Pro and 256 megabytes of video RAM. Now, would that I could just declare victory right now and end the video, but it's not that simple. Go into applications, might as well start with the benchmarks. All right, now I do have a copy of the overall test that should reflect this is the GeForce 4 Ti 4600, and there's our graphics test. Now, as far as running it, we need only run the graphics tests, and this does involve some spinning craziness on the screen, so in deference to people who are sensitive to that, stay tuned for the results. All right, our results are in. The Quartz graphics 69.83, on the previous card 69.24. Okay, yeah, it's higher, but not significantly so. In fact, that could probably just vary running multiple tests. OpenGL, though, 74.56 as opposed to 59.33. So for OpenGL, it's a significant difference. See the frames per second in those spinning squares, 75 to 94. So it's a noticeable difference. All right. We can quit out Xbench. And find OpenMark. There's OpenMark. Okay, the previous score, incidentally, was 4428 on the GeForce 4 Ti. So let's run the benchmark. Kind of cool the way this works. You can see the frame rate down here, which is very high. These spinning balls keep multiplying. Basically, it keeps adding more and more and more of those balls until the frame rate finally drops below 10 frames per second. And this is going to take a while. So stay tuned. And we have our result. 9331. And the GeForce 4 Ti was 4428. So yeah, it's more than doubled the score. Take that with the proverbial grain of salt, of course. Now, I won't have a... The next test is usually streaming from YouTube, but a commenter made an interesting suggestion about seeing could the machine play 1080p video locally on the machine, not streaming it. So I did take one of my videos, the first on the upgrade series on this computer, incidentally. Now, and I apologize for the quality. My camera was starting to die. I've since replaced it, but it's not quite as good as it should be. However, we're going to see what happens. Now, the problem with true full screen here is I can't get at the controls because of the dock. I can hide the dock, but I hate doing that. All right. So,
welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm going to try to keep this short.
And you can see that this is not really working.
The series upon which we are embarking today.
The audio sounds fine. It'll occasionally stop, I think.
It has, however,
to let the video
in recent
catch
days
up.
come to my attention that
But
a number of
I mean, this by the way is QuickTime 7.7.
Macintosh.
So that's the 1080p. Now the 720p, which I downloaded from YouTube. And we're going to go back to fit to screen. Then try playing this.
Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm going to try
obviously
to keep
this
this
is
short
better.
because this is actually an intro to the intro. The series
Not
upon which we are
completely
embarking today
synced up.
was actually recorded some time back.
Tell you
it
what,
has, however,
I'm going to skip ahead a bit. I guess I'm not. There we go. Boy, it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Okay, I think this is enough. This is more into the video. My web camera was in better condition when I had this going. Let's see.
the world's most powerful sawtooth. Now, is it going to be? I don't really know. I'm sure
Okay,
people have been
it's not perfect, but
upgrading
it is
these
doing it,
machines for
certainly.
Years. We'll just have to see. But I'm pretty sure, at the very least, we can make it the world's most powerful side table. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. The side table
Okay.
here in my living.
We can quit out of that. Now, just as a comparison, if we get the context menu here and choose open with, I'm going to open it with Core Player.
Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm going to try to keep this short because
And
this
take
is
this
actually
full screen.
an intro to the intro. The series upon which we
Okay,
are
this is the
embarking
1020.
today
It's better in
was
Core
actually
Player.
recorded some time back.
The video
It has, however,
and the audio, I can't skip ahead easily. Okay, that should do it.
that is my belief. So we'll start out. We'll take a look at the Sawtooth as it is, with the graphics card that's in there, which has got 32 gigabytes of video RAM. And
Okay,
what
yeah,
it's
this isn't
capable
that
of
bad.
doing. And then we'll
At
do
1020p.
the upgrade and see what the
in Core
comparison
Player.
is post upgrade. So,
All right.
I'm looking forward to this greatly.
Now, 1080p that is. Okay, let's try 720 in Core Player.
Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm going to try to keep this short because this is actually an intro to the intro. The series
And this is right
upon
on.
which we are embarking today was actually
We'll do the same thing and skip ahead a bit into the next clip.
now. Is it going to be? I don't really know. I'm sure people have been
And this is fine.
upgrading these machines.
This
for
is absolutely
years.
fine.
We'll just have to see. But I'm
Which brings up something I've been feeling for a long time. It's not so much the hardware. Sure, there are limitations here in a 21-year-old machine, no matter how much I've upgraded it. But it does, with different software, using Core Player instead of QuickTime, it plays pretty well, at least in 720, and is pretty close at 1080. So that's something. Now, I'm going to have to fire up WebKit and get that video loaded for streaming, where I suspect we will not have that great success, but might as well give it a try. Stay tuned. Well, the moment of truth. This is not going to work.
wonderful to be here with you today. Today is an exciting day for me because we're going to be beginning
It's trying.
a series of videos.
I mean, the 720p, the quality looks
about
pretty
my
good.
Comet G4
But,
Sawtooth,
see if I can turn that volume down a little bit.
a series of
Okay.
upgrades to that.
But, yeah,
With
it's not going to do it. Let's Just not going to do it. Processor's got to have something to do with it. The
No.
G5s can come a lot closer. The quad, of course, just eats it alive. Now, if we set it back to 360, just going to have to load that up a bit.
Welcome back, bro. Going to be.
Yeah, we're going to give this a little bit of. Well, no, there it is. There it is.
Upgrading these machines for
Yeah,
years.
and it's playing fine. In 360p, it can handle it. 720, even with this graphics card, it's not happening.
The world's most powerful side table.
All right. Yes, my side table in my living room is a Mac Pro 1,1. All right. Well, in any event, we can shut this down. But that's something. It can play full screen 360p pretty easily, actually. And if you go theater mode, it'll be no problem. So YouTube is watchable and pretty easily watchable. Let's go theater mode, have a look at that. And just to check, we are still in 360p, of course.
Well, okay, scratch the side table. Yeah, so much for the side table.
Yeah, so I mean, I can easily watch YouTube on this machine. There's not a problem with it at all. The quality is decent enough. If going theater mode in 360p, it's lettered like this is my camera. For the intros. When I shoot the other clips, it widens up. You don't get this side boxing effect in it at all. Okay. Well, in any event, there's the old graphics card. In any event, be good to other people. They need it and deserve it. Be good to yourselves. Everything starts from there. We can make this world a better place. It isn't yet, so please take very, very good and careful care. So we'll have, we've got a lot more stuff coming up. Some laptops coming up, more Power Macs, some Mac Pro stuff still coming up. So a lot of things in the pipeline. Until those things are present on the channel, this has been Broken Electronics.